Hello and welcome to Fifth Third Arena. I'm Tim Kraft, and along with me is Paulina. We're going to be broadcasting the Cincinnati Bearcats versus the Colorado Buffaloes, and I'm excited to do this. Here comes player intros.
Yeah, it's a pretty exciting night tonight with it being senior night. This is also the third time ever that these two teams crossed each other. The last two times that they played against each other, the Boulder Buffaloes did succeed. So it will be interesting to see if the Bearcats can change the tides this time and get a win against this Colorado team.
Pretty good this Colorado team is. They're 22-6 overall. And they're coming off a 3-0 win against West Virginia. Definitely should be a fun one. Players to look out for, definitely. The setter for the Bearcats. Team leader in kills. Sydney Nolan's partner in crime, Carly Glendenning. Another really good outside hitter, Paige Pickering. She can get it done on the offensive end as well. And the players will shake hands as we get ready for this one. The main offensive producer, Sydney Nolan, she has, right, that's defensive, offensive. She has 407 kills going into the match, as well as Carly Glendenning with 320. Seems like Carly Glendenning will be the first to serve for the Bearcats. And we're off at Fifth Third Arena. Cleanly fielded, tapped over the net for a point for the Colorado.
The Boulder Buffaloes starting off the match strong. Bearcats need to come back for this in the first 10 seconds of the match.
And It's fielded cleanly by the Bearcats. And Sydney Nolan, it's blocked, but it lands on the Colorado side, and then it'll be tied up 1-1 side out Bearcats.
Yeah, the Buffaloes there unable to get the dig and save the ball. Will now be Bearcat ball.
Lily Gillespie sends it on over. Fielded cleanly by the Buffaloes. They get it to their outside hitter. Up for Sydney Nolan, and she will get the kill. Great to have her back.
Yeah, Sydney Nolan's quite the player. We've seen a great performance from her past season, ranking number 16 in the country, 4 kills.
Lily Gillespie sends it over, and it just barely gets over the net, but it'll work. They'll send over a free one. Lily Gillespie over to Sydney Nolan, and that's another kill. Back-to-back kills for Sydney Nolan.
Sydney Nolan starting off her night just how she wanted to, just how this Bearcat team needed her to. Let's hope she continues that as we head into the rest of the match.
Lily Gillespie sends it over, and it'll be out of bounds. That's a service error.
Just an unlucky serve there. Will now be Boulder ball.
Very rare for Gillespie. Colorado sends it over, and it'll get it over to Sydney Nolan. And that is another kill for Sydney Nolan.
Sydney Nolan once again doing everything we could have expected from her tonight. Like I said, she's ranked 16 in the country for her kills and 3rd in kills per set in the Big 12.
Paige Pickering sends it over, just barely gets over. Colorado will hit it over. That's number 10, Sydney Jordan. She has 251 kills on the year, now 252. Colorado's number 20 will send it over. And they'll get it over to Tatiana Semyonovich, and she'll get her first kill of the set, of the match.
Bearcats starting off with a little bit of a strong lead with 5-3, 1:30 left to go.
Nolan send it over. And that'll be spiked out of bounds by Colorado. Sent over by, well, that was a really good serve, but they'll get it over to Carly Glendon, and she'll send a finesse shot over. Buffaloes now send it over to Paige Pickering. Well, I don't know if that might have been. They send it on over. It is fielded cleanly by the Bearcats, and almost a kill. They're gonna review that, and I think it's a point for the Bearcats. That'll make it 6-4.
Bearcats doing a great job sticking together and staying composed as they head into this match.
Colorado fields it, and it is blocked by Tatiana Semyonovich. Might have been a group effort along with number 20, Gretchen Sigmund. Tatiana Semyonovich will send it over. And it'll be an unexpected set over, but they're gonna call touching the net, I think, on Colorado's number 3, Ryan Finley, or obstruction, something like that.
Yeah, some Buffalo players a little confused on that call, but it will now be Bearcat ball once again.
Semyonovich sends it over, and it is blocked by the Bearcats. Sent back over by Colorado, and up for Gretchen Sigmund. They'll get it over to their hitter. but it is blocked again by Semyonovic.
Beautiful block there by the Bearcats. Now 9-4 in this first set of the match. Bearcat ball once again.
Semyonovic will send it over. They'll get it over to one of their hitters. And it'll send back over. And that'll be a kill. Brooke Crummel. We're gonna go to timeout. Really nice momentum for the Bearcats. 10-4.
Yeah, Bearcats really getting into a good groove in this first set. If they want to succeed in this match, they're going to want to keep that groove. Looking over at the Boulder side, though, however, they're struggling a little bit to stay calm and collected. I think they're starting to get a little agitated by the fact that they haven't gotten points on the board in the last few plays. So we'll see if that changes as we head back into the game in just about a minute after this timeout. Players are now walking back onto the court, and it's looking like it will be Bearcat ball, served over by Paulina Arana.
Semyonovic will send it over. Fielded cleanly, but it'll actually get over the net. And Semyonovic, well, number 24, Crummel will get it over for the Bearcats.
Beautiful kill there by Brooke Crummel.
Bearcats send it over. Oh, and it'll be a nice block by Carly Glendenning for a Bearcat point.
Another key contributor across the board really all season. She's leading the team with 9 double-doubles and has reached 15 or more kills in 10 matches.
Fielded cleanly by Sarah Morton over to their outside hitter, but it's blocked, but it'll be out of bounds, so that'll be a Colorado point.
Buffalo's finally getting a point on the board after just a little bit. We'll see if they can keep that momentum.
Number 8, Usada will send it over for the Buffaloes. She puts a lot of spin under it. Carly Glendenning gets it over to Gillespie, back to Glendenning, over the net for the Buffaloes, and that is a point.
Bearcats here just fell a little short on that dig. Buffalo point, 12-6 in this first set. Bearcats with the lead.
Number 8, Lusada will send it over. Fielded not so cleanly by Gillespie, but they'll give over a free one. Gillespie will out. Oh, and they'll do an unexpected over to Glendenning. Buffaloes will have an opportunity here, but it's out of bounds.
Bearcats now with the lead, 13-6. Buffalo's just unable to keep it in the court.
Paige Pickering, back for the Bearcats, sends it over. That'll be over to one of their hitters. She puts a lot into it. Carly Glendenning will go for the finesse shot and just can't get it over the net.
Bearcats falling a little bit out of their groove here.
Still up 6 points, though. Gonna need to swell the momentum of the Buffaloes. Colorado sends it over, and they'll have another opportunity at it. Bearcats, Glendenning gets blocked at the net, and that'll be a point for the Buffaloes.
Just truly an unlucky play there from the Bearcats. They did all they could, just couldn't keep it in the court and in the air. 13-8 with a Bearcat lead.
Ryan Finley will send it over for the Buffaloes. Really good serve, but an even better dig over for Glendenning. Back for Paige Pickering. She got a load of that one.
Beautiful spike over the net, giving the Bearcats an even stronger lead, 14-8 in this first set.
Pickering will send it over for the Bearcats. Oh, and that'll be a point by number 16? Yeah, number 16.
Yeah, Carly Glennington there, unable to get the dig and save the ball.
Fielded cleanly by the Bearcats. Over for Sydney Nolan. That's another kill. That is her 4th on the match.
Yeah, we've said it enough. Sydney Nolan, key contributor all season and star player of this match for the Bearcats.
Gillespie sends it over for the Bearcats. Fielded cleanly by the Buffaloes. Over, almost blocked the net, but it'll stay on the Bearcats side. Side out Colorado.
Colorado starting to get their groove back, closing that gap, 15-10 with a Bearcat lead in this first set.
Sydney Jordan sends it over for, and that'll be a service error on the Buffaloes. Andy Spees, the setter, getting ready to serve. She sends it on over. That's back-to-back service errors just by different team, the 2 different teams.
Yeah, it can be very easy to kind of fall into that trap error after error, but both teams got to just forget the error and move on so you don't keep repeating the same mistake. It will now be a Boulder serve.
Boulder sends it over. They'll get it over to Nolan, and that is another kill by Sydney Nolan. I feel like we say her name all the time.
Truly just player of the match, possibly player of the season for this Bearcat team.
Nolan sends it over for the Bearcats. Out for the Boulder hitter, back for the Bearcats. Pickering places it really well. Wait, let me see here. That may have been someone else, but I'll go with that for now. Boulder sends it over. That's a service error.
Boulder unable to serve it in the court. Will now be Bearcat ball. Number 18, Kajiana Simonovic, looking to serve.
Simonovic will send it over. It'll be up for number 33. Back over for Glendenning, and she'll get the kill. That's her 2nd of the match.
Yeah, Colorado Buffaloes there, trying to get the dig, trying to keep it in court. Unable to keep it in, though. Just an unlucky bounce off the hands. Will now be Bearcat ball.
Boulder sends it over. Wow. Really good dig. Carly Glendenning. And there's just miscommunication in the back line. number 11, Anna Burilovic, and their number 22, Sarah Morton of the Buffaloes. That'll be a timeout. The Colorado Buffaloes coach seems to be frustrated.
Yeah, on that last play, the Buffaloes just left an open gap. Perfect opening for the Bearcats to get over the ball and take an advantage of that point right there. Buffalo's trying to get a little agitated too. Again, there's a big gap now, 20-12 in this first set, starting to get in dangerous territory. So they definitely need to get a little bit of their act together if they want to be successful in this first set.
I would have to agree. It's been a little sloppy. I've watched a little bit of their highlights, and they're definitely worthy of being the number 20, the 21st team in the nation.
Yeah, this is not the Buffalo team, I would say, that we've been seeing all season. Like you just said, they are 21st in the coaches poll. They're also 12 in the, second in the Big 12 standing. They've had an impeccable season so far, have some great players, and we just haven't really seen that great of a performance from some of their key contributors like Kayla Payne and Anna Burilovic.
Out of the timeout. We'll see how the Buffaloes combat the Bearcats. Number 18, Smionovic, will send it over for the Bearcats, and that will be a service error. Side out Colorado.
Not the strongest way to be coming back from a timeout, but they still have a pretty decent gap, a little bit of a buffer gap in score. 20-13 in this first set, Bearcat lead.
Number 4, Audrey Aslesen for Buffalo, sends it over, fielded cleanly by the Bearcats, over to Carly Glendenning with a finesse shot, and that'll be a point for the Bearcats. And that'll make it 21-13, only 4 points away from getting the match.
Another key contributor for the Bearcats, Carly Glendenning, showing the performance that we've seen from her all season as well.
Paige Pickering sends it over for the Bearcats. Fielded cleanly, they'll get it. They do this really interesting backwards set over the net, and it really catches the Bearcats off guard sometimes. Yeah,
beautiful play there by the Buffaloes. It's a tricky shot to defend on the Bearcat standpoint.
Ryan Finley will send it over for the Buffaloes, but it'll hit the net, and that'll be a service error for the Buffaloes.
22-14 now in this first set, and that's really a little bit of what's costing this Buffalo team, just some simple errors like hitting it out of bounds or hitting the net.
Glendenning sends it over. Nolan did check into the match. They'll have one up for number 10 of the Buffaloes, Sydney Jordan.
Beautiful play there by Jordan.
Number 10 actually was on the serve there. Jordan, wow. Sydney Nolan will send it over, and that'll be a point for the Bearcats.
Bearcats here almost succeeding in this first set, 23-15. Nolan once again putting on a beautiful performance.
Gillespie over the net for one of their hitters. A finesse shot, but doesn't seem to have gone over the net. They're only 1 point away from getting this first match. Very crucial for the Bearcats. Gillespie sends it over, and that'll just be an ace. Not fielded cleanly by the Buffaloes. They're gonna go into this second match looking for some revenge.
Yeah, that Buffalo, it bounced right off their hands, went out of bounds, and really, like I said, that's kind of what's keeping this Buffalo team from being successful. They're just having some simple errors, some service errors here and there, and just starting to pile up, the reason why they can't get any points on the board, and the reason why the Bearcats have gotten quite a few on the board.
Actually, this is volume. Hello, and we're back at the Fifth Third Arena for the second set of the match. Cincinnati has had some key contributors today. First up, Sydney Nolan, who has 7 kills on the evening, as well as Carly Glendenning with 4. And getting some other contributors with Spies with 1 and Simjonovic with another 1.
Buffaloes once again losing on a point from a service error.
And Lily Gillespie will send it over for the Bearcats. Fielded cleanly over for one of their hitters. It'll be a free one for Nolan. Just barely hits the line. And they'll take a 2-0 lead.
Beautiful spike over the net by Nolan. Talked about her enough. Killing it this match. Hope to see more from her throughout the rest of this game.
Gillespie sends it over, fielded cleanly by the Buffaloes. And it'll be blocked at the net. And that'll be a Buffaloes point.
Bearcats now leading just by 1 point, 2-1, as Buffaloes start to get their groove back.
Number 10, Sydney Jordan, will send it over for the Buffaloes. Fielded cleanly by Pickering. Over to Nolan. Buffaloes will be at the net with the Bearcats, and they'll get it over, but it'll fall on the backside of the Bearcats' territory, and that'll be a point for the Buffaloes.
Beautiful opportunity there by the Buffalo. by the Buffaloes, seeing kind of just that open gap in the back, taking advantage of that to secure the point.
Buffaloes send it over. Fielded cleanly up for Nolan. Finesse shot. Buffaloes will have an opportunity here. Blocked at the net. Buffaloes back up for another one. Really good dig by Gillespie. They'll send over a free one for the Buffaloes. They'll have an opportunity here. Back over at the net. And that'll fall on the Bearcats side for a Buffalo point. It'll now be 3-2 Buffalo.
Just a little bit of an unlucky position that the Bearcats were stuck in right there. They managed to stay strong for the majority of that play, however. Buffalo's now leading 3-2.
Jordan sends it over for the Buffaloes at the net. Buffaloes will have another outside hit. And that'll be a Buffalo's point.
Buffalo's starting to get their groove, but Bearcats struggling on maintaining the performance that they were putting up in that first set. Buffalo's now leading 4-2.
Sydney Jordan feeling a little comfortable back there right now. Fielded cleanly for the Bearcats. That'll not get over the net, and that's a 5-0 run for the Buffaloes.
Bearcats just kind of struggling a little bit, started to get into a little bit of a cycle, mistake after mistake, but can they snap out of it?
Jordan sends it over. Bearcats will get it over to Nolan. Contested at the net, but another kill for Nolan. But no, that's actually going to be a point for the Buffaloes. We'll go to timeout.
Buffalo's now leading 6-2, starting to get back into their groove, starting to put up the performance that we expected from them tonight. They've had an incredible season so far with 22-6 overall, 12-4 in the Big 12. Like I said, they're second in the Big 12 standing, and they're ranked 21st in the coaches poll. So they've had an impeccable season. Didn't really get to see kind of the reflection of how good they've been doing this past season in that first set. Starting to see a little more now in this second set, as well as on the other side. The Bearcats performed pretty well in that first net and now starting to struggle a little bit.
It's been huge for the balanced attack of the Buffaloes, with Maria Spassky with 6 kills, along with Sydney Jordan's 3, and Anna Barilova 3 kills as well.
Anna Burilovic, one of those players that really needs to be watched by this Bearcat team. She ranks first in points per set, also ranks first in kills per set in the Big 12, and third in service aces per set. So she's a pretty ranked player, definitely one the Bearcats need to look out for.
Couldn't agree more. Jordan will send it over. Fielded cleanly by the Bearcats. Pickering will have a shot at it, and she will get that kill for the Bearcats. Number 20, Gretchen Sigmund, will sub into the match.
Beautiful kill there by Spies.
Spies will serve now. Boulder will be contested at the net by the Bearcats. Nolan will get another kill. They seem to be getting it to her every single time. Spies will send it over for the Bearcats. Really good serve, but over for Anna Barilov. Nolan will send over a free one for Buffalo. They'll get it outside. Now it's over for Semyonovic. She'll get a kill on the back line. Now it'll be 5-6. Some momentum for the Bearcats.
Bearcats starting to get back into their groove. 5-6.
Spies sends it over for the Bearcats. Not fielded so cleanly, but they'll get it over to one of their big hitters. Nolan over, fielded cleanly. They'll have another opportunity, but Bearcats reject it. They'll send over a free one. Oh, and Spies will have a dig there. Contested at the net, and that'll be a point for Colorado, side out Colorado.
Lots of back and forth right there in that play. Bearcats were unable to clear it and secure the point.
Colorado will send it over, and they'll get it over to Semyonovic. Back to Anna Barolov. And that'll be a kill for the Buffaloes by number 33, Kayla Payne.
Yeah, Glenningen there for the Bearcats, just unable to get the ball back over. Didn't look too ready for the ball. Buffaloes kind of getting their groove back and starting to create a little bit of a lead for themselves.
Buffaloes send it over. Fielded cleanly by the Bearcats. Semyonovic at the net. They'll send over a free one for the Bearcats. They'll get it over to Sigmund for her first kill of the match.
Yeah, beautiful play there by the Bearcats. Had a little bit of a sneaky spike over by
Sigmund. Nolan will send it over, but the Buffaloes, number 21, will send it out of bounds for Boulder. That was Lily Duinel. Nolan will send it over for the Bearcats. Fielded cleanly by the Buffaloes. That's almost a kill, but Dig will send it over the net. Another opportunity for the Buffaloes. That'll be deflected off Semyonovic.
Buffaloes continuing to create a lead right now, 9-7 lead from the Buffaloes. Can the Bearcats put up the performance they put up in that first set?
Mackenzie Johnson subs into the game for the Bearcats, sent over by Boulder. Very good judgment by Gillespie to just let it float out of bounds on a service error.
Yeah, that ball just flew right by Gillespie. She kind of ducked out of the way for it. She knew it was going to go out. She knew she shouldn't have gone for it. Great judgment right there.
Brooke Crummell subs into the game. Tapiana Semyonovic sends it over for the Bearcats. They'll have an opportunity on the outside, Colorado. They'll still have it. And Nolan will send it over. Really good rotation by both teams here. That'll be a point by Brooke Crummell.
Brooke Crummell now with 3 kills in this match. Seen a great performance from her this match as well.
Just subbed in. Spark plug off the bench. Semyonovic will send it over for the Bearcats. Blocked at the net by Carly Glendenning. 10-9 Bearcats.
Glendenning's also having quite the night tonight. Beautiful performance from her on her senior night.
Semyonovic sends it over. Fielded cleanly. Over for the Buffaloes. But they'll have another attempt at it. Grove at the net there. Glendenning finesse shot, and it'll work for a kill.
Buffaloes there unable to keep it in bounds. Bearcats played that ball just like they should have, and it worked out in their favor.
Semyonovic will have the serve for the Bearcats, sends it on over, fielded cleanly by the Buffaloes. Really good finesse shot by Barolov, but Glendenning is on a roll. Another kill for Glendenning.
Glendenning is truly making it difficult for this Buffalo team to maintain any lead, get any points on the board. really keeping them on their toes.
Back from timeout. Bearcats up 12-9. What do we look for this set to continue on the good momentum for the Bearcats? Semyonovic sends it over for the Bearcats. They'll send it over from the back line, but Crummell with another kill.
Crummell now being the top third player for the Bearcat on the Bearcat side in this match for kills on the leaderboard with 4.
Semyonovic will send it over for the Bearcats. They'll have a finesse shot, Buffaloes. They'll get it up to Glendenning, but she'll be contested at the net, but it doesn't matter. Another kill for Glendenning.
We've seen some great work from Glendenning, and that was just a gorgeous tap over the net to secure the point.
Everything seems to be clicking for the Bearcats right now. Semyonovic will send it over for the Bearcats. Blocked at the net by Glendenning.
Glendenning just putting a beautiful performance across the board, not only on the offensive side, but on the defensive side. Really just a key player in this match for the Bearcats.
Semyonovic on a roll here. Fielded cleanly by the Buffaloes. They'll get it over to Borovic, blocked the net. Really nice dive there by Spies. Another finesse shot, blocked at the net by Glendenning. Buffaloes will have an opportunity here with Borovic, sends it out of bounds.
Buffalo's playing a good play there, just unable to keep it in bounds, costing them a point. Bearcats now lead 16-9 in the second set.
Buffaloes field it cleanly. Over for Borovic, back at the net, blocked at the net, but that'll be a point for the Buffaloes, and it is 16-10 Bearcats.
Bearcats just unable to maintain composure in that last play.
Gretchen Sigmund will come into the match for the Bearcats. Sent on over by the Buffaloes. Glendenning will have an opportunity. Blocked, not so blocked at the net. Over for Broliv. She'll get the kill on that one.
Buffalo's starting to get their groove back, starting to close that gap. 16-11 with a Bearcat lead in the second set.
Broliv will send it over for a serve. Gillespie out to the outside for Crummell. Really making an impact here.
Some great teamwork there, some great chemistry from the Bearcats to secure another point. 17-11 Bearcat lead.
Pickering will come in to serve. Pickering sends it on over, fielded cleanly. They'll get it over for, wow. Really nice kill by Andy Spies.
Beautiful job.
You rarely see her on the front line.
Yeah, Andy Spies, another player to look out for. She leads in assist for this Bearcat team. She ranks number 7 in assists per set in the Big 12, and she has recorded a total of 40+ assists in 7 matches this season. She got 35 in the last match, and now in this match, not only seeing her be a key contributor in assists, but also within her own points.
Yeah, she's really been good throughout the season. Really good contributor setting-wise, for sure.
She now lands with 3 kills in this match.
Andy Spies coming into this match has 897 assists on the year with 9.34 per set. That is pretty incredible.
Yeah, now comparing her to one of the Boulder players, Ryan Finley, who we haven't seen an insane performance from tonight, but we did expect. She just barely surpassed Andy Spies on the Big 12 ranking for assists per set. And she has 1,013 assists just this season. So I'm curious to see how their assist stats will compare at the end of this match.
Pickering will send it over for the Bearcats. Ryan Finley fielded cleanly over for, and it'll be a kill for Kayla Payne of the Boulder Buffaloes.
Buffaloes coming in strong after that timeout.
Buffaloes will send it on over. Really nice dig by Gillespie, and it'll not get over the net on a spike by Cromwell. Audrey S. Leeson sends it over. That'll be on the back line for a service ace for the Buffaloes.
Yeah, Gillespie on that one kind of dove down to the ground thinking it would go past her out of bounds. Just a little bit of a lack of judgment right there. Unlucky position for her.
And then really good serve too. Send it over, fielded on the dig. Glendenning. That'll be another kill for Glendenning.
Buffaloes there unable to secure the dig and save the ball. Bearcats now lead 19-14 in this second set.
Carly Glendenning sends it on over. Buffalo will have a shot at it, and they get the point by Anna Brula. Really, it's been a star for them tonight. She has 5 kills in this match. Over the Bearcats, Nolan back into the game. Finesse shot, instantly making impact.
Another contribution from Sydney Nolan. Expect a lot more from her tonight.
Gillespie sends it over for the Bearcats, fielded cleanly by Buffalo. Over for that, they'll get it up. The Bearcats will get it over, and it'll fall on point Bearcats.
Buffaloes there just had a little bit of communication on who was going for the ball, who was going where. Lost them the point.
We've seen a lot of that tonight. Gillespie sends it on over. They'll have an attempt at it, but it's blocked by Semyonovich. A little off balance, the Buffaloes were.
Bearcats gaining some momentum getting back into their groove. Buffaloes, on the other hand, starting to struggle a little bit on getting points on the board.
Gillespie sends it on over. That is not fielded cleanly whatsoever, and that'll be a service ace for Gillespie.
Bearcats now almost with a 10-point lead, 23-15, 2 points away from winning this second set.
Gillespie sends it on over. Another service ace, back-to-back for Gillespie.
We're seeing this be kind of a constant theme for this Boulder team tonight. Just a lot of service errors here and there. It's really costing them this game.
She has 16 on the season. Sends it on over, fielded cleanly by the Buffaloes. That'll be end the bleeding for the Buffaloes. Side out Buffaloes. Matt, set point.
Buffaloes now with an opportunity to maybe close the gap, maybe secure this set.
Simjonovic sends it over. Buffaloes will have another opportunity at it. Set up for Nolan. Expect this one to go over. They'll send over a free one for the Bearcats. Nolan at the net. That'll be a kill to end the set.
Nolan now with 11 kills for the night, securing the second set for this Bearcat team. The Buffaloes really starting to fall into the same trap of having some service errors. It's what cost them in the first set. We saw it happen again in the second set. Will it cost them in this third set?
We're just gonna need to Buffalo's just gonna need to get back to their game plan. And we'll go to halftime. Back to the game where UC is up 2-0. Glendenning will start out the set serving. She'll send it on over. Sarah Morton will field it cleanly. They'll have an opportunity, but Pickering sends it on over, and that'll be a kill. Andy Spees actually with the kill.
Buffalo's just really struggling this match and in this play to keep it in their zone, in the court, so we can get it over.
Glendenning sends it on over, but it'll be a service error. Comes up a little bit short on that one.
Set now tied up 1-1 for the Buffalo serve.
Maria Spassky will be back to serve for the Buffalo. Fielded cleanly by Glendenning. That'll be sent over by Andy Spees. Doing a lot of work on the front line tonight.
Yeah, Ryan Finley on that one for the Buffaloes, just unable to get it off the ground, keep it in the air. Bearcats securing the point.
Gillespie sends it on over. Buffalo's Anna Barulov will send it over. Glendenning up for Barulov. Fielded in the back line. Nolan with the point.
Beautiful spike there by Sydney Nolan, now with 12 kills in this match. Truly just putting on a wonderful performance.
Gillespie fielded cleanly by the Buffaloes. Over for Barulov. Blocked at the net, but still alive. Another kill for Andy Spees.
Buffaloes there unable to keep it in the air. Number 22, Sarah Morin, unable to get the dig on that one.
4-1 Bearcats. Gillespie sends it over. Fielded cleanly by Colorado. Over. Bearcats contested at the net. They'll have another opportunity with Nolan. Buffaloes over the net. Sydney Nolan gets it over. Another one for Barulov. A really nice dig by Gillespie. And it's blocked at the net. Side out Colorado. They needed that one.
Just a little bit of an unlucky play there for the Bearcats. Now 4-2, Bearcats still with the lead in the third set.
Peyton Neal will send it over for Colorado. Fielded cleanly. They'll get it up for Smilanovic, but blocked the net by Anna Barulov.
Buffalo's now starting to get their groove back, getting some points on the board. Almost tying up this third set.
Peyton Neal sends it over for the Buffaloes. Fielded cleanly. Up for Nolan. Finesse shot. Back for Barulov. Bearcats will have it up for Nolan again, and she'll get the kill.
Nolan with her 13th kill of the night. Key player of the night all across the board, truly keeping this Bearcat team afloat.
Andy Spees sends it on over. Fielded cleanly by the Buffaloes. It'll be an attempt for Gretchen Sigmund. No good. Sent over from the back line by the Buffaloes, and it'll go out of bounds.
Really great judgment there by Peyton Neal, kind of stepping back away from the ball when she saw it was going to be right there on the outside of that borderline.
Number 11, Anna Barulov, back to serve. Fielded cleanly, up and blocked, but have another opportunity at it for Colorado. Set up by Gillespie for Nolan. Another kill by Nolan.
Gillespie and Nolan just having some great chemistry tonight, bouncing back and forth from each other, and really Gillespie's kind of putting up all those sets for Nolan.
Nolan sends it over, fielded cleanly by Colorado. Over for number 33, Kayla Payne. Have another opportunity, Gretchen Sigmund. Back out, it's blocked at the net by Gretchen Sigmund.
Bearcats now gaining a bit more of a lead, 7-4 in this third set. It will be a Bearcat serve.
Really good communication. Send it on over by Nolan. Really good hit by Brolev. But it's out of bounds, and that'll be a Bearcat point, making it 8-4.
Bearcats getting their groove back, maintaining their lead.
Nolan, and that'll be a service error.
Seen a lot of service errors within this match. Saw a lot of them from the Buffalo side in that second set. It's important now for both teams to not fall back into that trap in this third set.
Mackenzie Johnson subs in for the Bearcats. Number 8 will send it on over. Lasada up for the Bearcats. They'll just tap it on over. Really good. I'm just amazed by her digs on the back line. Up for Anna Barolev. Glendening with the kill.
Glendening, another key contributor for the night, now with 9 kills.
Bearcats' defense has been unbelievable tonight.
Seen some really great things from Gillespie on the defensive side and on the offensive side. Just truly a well-rounded player in this match.
Semyonovic over the net for Barolev. Glendening will tap it on over for the kill. Buffalo's really frustrated. I don't know if it's just because the Bearcats are playing really well tonight or just a lack of communication. It might be just really tough on the road, but we'll go to timeout.
No, yeah, like I said, this is not necessarily the performance we were expecting from the Buffaloes, just because of how highly ranked they are, how well-rounded their team is rank-wise. And now we're kind of just seeing the Bearcats playing a really strong match. We saw them play a really strong match in the first 2 sets. Now seeing that, bleed over into this third set as well. Now with a 5-point lead at 10-5, they're really getting momentum and maintaining that momentum while the Buffaloes are just struggling to get any points on the board.
I just think the communication has been really good for the Bearcats. Knowing what their number 1 option is on the court. When Nolan's on the court, they're going to Glendening. They're also finding other production from key contributors like Brooke Hermel. Definitely Gillespie's been really good on the defensive end. Sigmund's done a really good just coming in tonight, playing really well.
Yeah, I think the players on the Bearcat standpoint, they're just really all on the same page about what needs to be done, where, when, who. However, on the Buffalo side, they're kind of struggling. They're all on different pages, and the communication it's lacking there.
Andy Spees has also had a really great match tonight. Tatiana Semyonovic will send it on over. It'll be deflected at the net. Another opportunity for Buffalo. Over. That'll be a kill for number 10. A sigh of relief from Sydney Jordan.
Bearcats there just unable to get the dig. Buffalo securing the point, closing the lead just a little bit, 10-6 with the Bearcat lead.
Ryan Finley back to serve for the Buffaloes. She'll send it on over, fielded cleanly by Glendening. Over for the middle hitter, Crummel. She'll get the kill.
Bearcats just really taking opportunity of those open gaps on that back line on the Buffalo side, taking advantage of those to secure some points.
Paige Pickering, who just checked in, will send it on over for the Bearcats. Have an opportunity, and that'll be inbounds for Colorado. Side out, Colorado.
Gillespie there unable to save the ball. We've seen some great things from her tonight. Just a little bit of a mistake there.
Sydney Jordan jump serves it on over. Up for Pickering, blocked at the net though. Seemed to have found a groove here.
Maybe that timeout was all the Buffaloes needed to get back into a good routine, good groove, like you said.
I think it's a lot about the headspace too. They'll send it on over the net. Glendenning. Colorado will have an opportunity out there with Broliv, but it just won't get over the net. Trying to go cross court, and Nolan will check back in the game. Out goes Mackenzie Johnson, who's also had a really good game as well. Glendenning sends it over. They'll send over a free one for the Bearcats. And that's out of bounds on an attempt by Brooke Cormel.
That one made it over the net quite cleanly, just unable to keep it inside the lines of the court. Will now be Buffalo ball, 12-9 with a Bearcat lead in this third set.
Maria Spassky sends it over. Gillespie will set it up for Nolan. She'll get the kill.
Sydney Nolan once again now at 15 kills in this match. Truly carrying this Bearcat team on her shoulders point-wise.
Gillespie, who has 2 service aces on the match, sends it on over. Maybe did the announcer's jinx there. Service error.
Another repeating factor that we've seen in this match. Just a lot of service errors from both sides.
Number 20, Peyton Neal sends it over for Colorado. Fielded cleanly, up for Nolan. That'll be up for Anna Broliv. Bearcats will have an opportunity with Nolan. That'll be another kill for Sydney Nolan. She has a lot of kills in the match with 14. Only 2 errors. Spees sends it on over. Anna Broliv will get, it'll go out of bounds.
Bearcats now securing more of a lead, 15-10 in this third set. Can they maintain their groove, secure some more points on the board?
Spees sends it over for the Bearcats, fielded cleanly, but oh, it didn't go over the net for Nolan.
Beautiful kill there by Nolan. No hesitation on her standpoint. She knew what she had to do. She did just that.
That is a hitter's dream right there, right up at the net for her. Spees sends it on over, just gets over the net. Blocked, but Gillespie sends over a free one for Anna. Blocked at the net. They'll have one for Nolan, but Colorado at the net. A lot of blocking going on. Out for Broliv. That's a kill. Way too... Bearcats were way too spread out, leaving a big gap in the middle for that kill.
Just an unlucky one there for the Bearcats. Buffalo's closing that gap inch by inch, point by point. Bearcats still with the lead, 16-11.
Broliv will send it over. Service error. Another repeating trend of the night. Nolan will serve it for the Bearcats. Nolan sends it on over, fielded cleanly. Over for Kayla Payne, who will get the kill.
That one just barely making it over the net, securing the Buffaloes another point, 17-12, Bearcat lead in this third set.
Lasada puts a lot of spin underneath it, sends it on over. Glendenning, it'll be touched. They'll be touching the net anyway. It's a kill regardless. Semjonovic from Serbia will send it on over for the Bearcats. Fielded cleanly. Over, blocked at the net. Anna Brolic will have a hit at it. Mackenzie Johnson will just send it on over. And Brolic attempts the kill, but couldn't get it.
Buffaloes, they're just unable to get it over the net, hit it right at the net. Both teams now heading into a timeout. Bearcats with a lead of 19-12 in this third set. Still seeing kind of that repeating trend on both sides with consistent service errors from both teams.
Yes, definitely for sure. It's been a thing that has held back both teams tonight. I just think the really effortless play by the Bearcats, it just seems like everything's clicking, and they're just doing a really good job of communicating.
I think the Bearcats, too, we've kind of seen them in this match. They've been able to bounce back a little quicker than the Buffaloes. Once the Buffaloes make one mistake, they kind of just fall into a rabbit hole of more mistakes. But on the Bearcat standpoint, they make one or two mistakes, and they've been able to kind of come back from that fairly quickly, secure their lead once again, something that we haven't really seen the Buffaloes kind of get a chance to do. They've secured the lead a little bit in that second set, have been unable to do so at all in this third set. Bearcats just putting on a very strong performance tonight.
The momentum hasn't been there for the Buffaloes, and it surely has been there for the Bearcats. Semjonovic, with a 19-12 lead, will send it on over. Wow, really good play by the Buffaloes just to send it on over unexpectedly.
Kind of seeing this be a little bit of a repeating trend as well. Buffaloes, the second they get back from a timeout, they secure a point.
Anna Brolic will send it on over. Glendenning will have a shot at it, but it's blocked out of bounds for a Bearcats point.
Bearcats getting close to securing this third set with a lead 20-13.
Only 5 points away from getting the set. Pickering will serve for the Bearcats, fielded cleanly over to number 10. Blocked at the net. Outside hitter. They'll just send it on over for the Bearcats. Goes to the back line. Another spike.
Bearcats just unable to keep it in balance once again. Deflected off of them right out. Securing a point for the Buffaloes. Now getting another point, closing that gap 20-14 with a Bearcat lead.
Nikki Ott, just coming off the kill, will send it on over for the Buffaloes. Fielded cleanly by Pickering, over for Crummell. And that'll be out of bounds, side out Buffaloes.
Ryan Finley with some great judgment there, falling right back onto the ground once she saw that ball going out, letting it pass just over her head. Looks like both teams are taking a bit of a timeout now, once again.
For today's sponsor, today's broadcast is presented by El Vaquero, authentic Mexican dining, just steps off of UC's campus on Short Vine. Visit El Vaquero today at 2845 Short Vine Street and follow them online at El Vaquero Clifton. El Vaquero, the best in Cincinnati. There was a video review on the play, and that'll stay with the Buffaloes after the challenge by Mia Tolnich, Bearcats coach. Number 10 will send it over for Buffaloes. Bearcats will have an opportunity with Glendane, spiked back but out of bounds. 21-15 Bearcats.
Just unlucky there on the Buffalo standpoint. Bearcats just moments away from securing this last set and securing the match. Only 4 points away.
Nolan checks back in. Fielded cleanly up for number 21 of the Buffalo. Over for Nolan, blocked at the net. They'll have another opportunity with number 16, Maria Spassky, who has 8 kills on the match now.
Now Maria Spotska, we've also seen her being ranked. She's ranked 9th in the Big 12 for blocks per set and had 5 kills, 2 aces, and 3 digs, and 4 blocks against her match against TCU.
Spassky sent it over on a service error, far out of bounds. A lot of frustration.
Bearcats now leading 22-16 in this last set.
Gillespie sends it on over for the Bearcats. Fielded cleanly by Buffalo. Over to Anna Brolovich, but it's out of bounds, too far out of bounds.
And that's what's going to cost this match for this Buffalo team. They just continue to hit it out of bounds, continue to have service errors, kind of have fallen into this trap throughout the game, and it might end up costing them this match. However, the play is now under review.
They are continually looking for that back line. Definitely very close there.
And it's hard to get it there. You know, that back line, it's hard to determine how hard you have to hit the ball for that. Something that they've been struggling a lot with in this match.
Okay, they were checking for whether Bearcats hit the net on that one. Gillespie will send it on over. A little finesse shot by Buffaloes. Over for Nolan. That'll be a kill.
Nolan now with 18 kills in this match, truly killing it this entire season and in this match. They are now just 1 point away from securing this match against the Buffaloes.
Student section on their feet. Gillespie sends it on over, fielded cleanly, but a lot of miscommunication. They'll send over a free one. They'll have an opportunity with Nolan. Blocked at the net though, but back for Nolan. Blocked again, out of bounds, and the Bearcats will take the match 3-0.
Wonderful performance from this Bearcat team. Although outranked by Boulder, still managed to secure the win. Truly just maintained their composure throughout the entire match. We're all players on the same page. Great communication from all players as well, something that this Boulder team was lacking, and eventually what cost them this match.
Extremely good communication and confidence, just oozing confidence from the Bearcats in this 3-0 victory over the Colorado Buffaloes. We'll see you next time. I'm Tim Kraft.
I'm Paulina Arana for Bearcast Media. Have a fantastic night.